Fortis Fortuna Adiuvat. And this is why you need to have a plan to rule the world. Greetings, harbingers. Welcome to Iliaster, PewDiePie's favorite channel, your realm of personal development, stoicism, and cyber alchemy. Please subscribe, give the thumbs up, help a brother out. Let's grow this channel together. Without further ado, let's go to the video. Fortis Fortuna Adiuvat. Fortune favors the brave, not the lucky, not the gifted, but the strong. And I'm not talking about muscles only, but those who are strong with a plan and keep showing up over and over and over. Because if you don't have a plan to rule the world on your own terms, someone else will do, and you will end up ruled by other values that don't resonate to your own. This phrase came from obviously ancient Roman wisdom, a motto of power, risk, discipline, and expansion. It wasn't whispered by poets, but it was shouted by generals, carved into weapons, nature-born warriors who made their way with strategy, only so fortune could smile at them. Regardless of what do you think about the Roman Empire, they didn't become a superpower by just waiting. They planned, they built, they adapted. So what does that have to do with the message of this video and how it connects to our lives today? This is going to sound ironic, but we are living somewhat peaceful times right now, at least for a while, if things don't change as I think they are. Anyway, I digress. But the fact is, we all need to survive, we need to bear the lion's share, we are obliged to feed the monster. And what's our framework, what's our role in it, and how can we use the monster to our favor, just like an Aikido movement, an onslaught toward the very reality in which will set us in a position of ruling and not being ruled. We need to live with strategy, with vision, and with a map. I say we need to because if you are watching this video, you auspicious for something greater, not just living in the autopilot, in all humbleness, but sharp as a blade to make this attempt, this honest attempt in achieving the freaking impossible. So we are not chasing perfection, we are chasing momentum, and momentum gets you rewarded. To put it in simple words, life is a numbers game, just like with pretty much everything else, within ethical limits of course. But let's say you try 10 things and 2 might work, but you had to try 10 times and be rejected 80% or more, only so you can hear that yes that you've been longing so much for. So in sales, for example, how much do you have to pitch using all kinds of strategies, cold calling, cold mailing, having a good pipeline, following up with them on LinkedIn, and doing it with intent and with love and with passion, and make sure that what you're offering will truly solve their pain in a way that they feel understood and their problem is solved. They're gonna thank you, and you're gonna have a business relationship for maybe for a long time. This is not a business video, this is not about sales, but I think the metaphor applies here. Because the thing is, I think most people don't even try. They get paralyzed, afraid of unplanned scenarios. Like myself, not so long ago, I wanted to go places, reach to certain people for whatever reason, business or connections or whatever. And one can end up having the imposter syndrome. Like, okay, I've never got to this far. What am I supposed to do now? Seneca says, luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. So behind this very wise Seneca's thought, there is a bit of calculated risk, because you can't control and predict everything. So there needs to be some risk calculation involved, but there will be some risk at all. You can't avoid that. And I'm under the impression that's frightening for a lot of people. Well, I was frightened of risks, and I'm shifting this paradigm in my mind. This channel is a very proof of it. I would never thought that I'd be talking to a camera for the whole world to see if I ever grow this channel to a solid audience. Just like in sales, I'm an introvert. I would never thought I would end up working in sales, and it's my passion. That's why I'm building a career on. I replaced the word chase your dreams to chase the opportunities so you can build your dreams. You don't need to be a genius. You don't need to be extraordinary in order to rule the world. And I think you've understand this far. I am not talking about that villain obsession thing that, oh, I'm going to rule the world. But ruling the world is having control of your life and living on your own terms, regardless of the next idiot that's in the office, that is in power, the government, the state, or whatever these sons of bitches are up to. But living in your own terms, making the system bend to your reality and not the other way around. The conclusion I came this far is that it's just about the basics. Like, take care of your body, of your health, of your mind. I know I'm being repetitive here, but it's the basics that work. Strength training, if you can crush the cardio machine, hydrate, sleep 8 hours, eat protein like a king, work as if you're doing it for God, and always reflect about yourself, who you are, about your actions, and try to be a better individual each day. And at some point, you will be caught in momentum, and you start to be rewarded in ways you'd never thought could be possible. I invite you to take action and become a ruler of this world, because if you rule, it means there is no one else ruling for you. And yes, there will still be rules out there, and you know, we should follow the rules, only because once you follow the rules, you learn how to master them. And once you master the rules, you are fully able to break them when momentum is appropriate. Again, without crossing the ethical lines, but I'm sure you know best. In the end, there is no glory in blind obedience. You either make the difference, or you just be a maneuver along with the masses. And there's nothing wrong with that either, but I want to play a different game. This message, fortune favors the brave, I read it from someone I've grown a deep admiration for. There are individuals out there, if you pay close attention, they've understood what's this all about, and they've reached a level of groundedness and confidence, and you think like, okay, that's the kind of people I want to be around with. Because not only they have mastered the basics, they have mastered the rules, you can see they are on a legendary path. And that kind of confidence, wisdom, and determination to make things happen is what drives me. It shapes myself in a way I look at my own journey and what kind of person I aspire to be. Your habits matter. Your circle matters a lot. If you're feeling misled, clueless, ask yourself the following question. What does it take for me to rule the world without being the villain? This was a deep philosophical video. I hope you understand the message. I tend to speak the obvious, or maybe not obvious, in a very fluffy way. That's my style. I like metaphors. I like reflecting on simple things that should be common sense. And by the way, common sense is being delacerated today, but anyway, that's topic for another video. But someone should be reflecting on these things, because it's all about an honest attempt to seek the truth, achieving the impossible, and shaping entire realities, chasing these black swans that has the power to, you know, change our game to upper levels. Anyway, thank you so much. See you in the next video. El Psy conclude.